How many of you plan to have kids someday or already do? Okay. In today's society, the birth of a child is significant to forming a family. The father plays a very important role in the child's life, but more importantly, the mother is definitely the one that can nourish the child even more. Breastfeeding today is not very popular, but is becoming more apparent to future parents for the benefits of what it does produce. Today I am going to share with you the benefits of breastfeeding and why all mothers should give their child this priceless gift if desirable and possible. What is breastfeeding all about? Breastfeeding is influential to both mother and child because it allows them to grow together and form a bond that is only compatible with mother and child. Also, it is a learning process for both mother and child by giving them the opportunity to explore new things together. Nursing gives the child both nutritional and nurturing needs that only mothers can give to the children. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, breast milk is the most ideal form or source of food for the first 6 months of their life. It contains fats, sugars, proteins, minerals, vitamins, antibodies, enzymes, and promotes brain and body growth. How is breast milk produced? The anatomy of the breast consists of connective and fatty tissues that support and protect the milk-producing areas of the breast. The milk is produced in a clutter of cells called the alveoli that essentially allow the milk to travel down the ducts to the nipple. Along the alveoli, there is also another spot of the nipple called the Montgomery gland that lay on top of the alveoli that secrete a certain type of oil that cleanses and protects the nipple from any infection. Each nipple also has around 15 to 20 small openings for milk to come out of along with the nipple itself. Fortunately, the size of the breast does not matter for breastfeeding. The breast naturally increases in size during pregnancy, but if they do not, it does not affect the breastfeeding process whatsoever. Many hormones play a role in breastfeeding as well. The hormone oxytocin is expelled during nursing that allows the milk to travel faster through the ducts to the nipple. Similar, the sucking of the jaws and tongue of the child does give off the substance to the sinuses of the breast that allows the flow of milk to produce. Doctors have proven that breastfeeding is a type of supply and demand process where the more you nurse, the more milk you will produce. In the first couple of hours after delivery, a very valuable type of milk is produced. It is vital that the baby gets this milk due to its effects. The milk is called colostrum milk that contains high protein and low fat and sugar. This milk is produced during the 5th or 6th month of pregnancy, where it develops in the ducts of the breast in order to be given to the baby. It is so important that the baby gets this milk because it is a vital ingredient that helps break down the first stool of the baby, which is naturally really black. When is the best time to start breastfeeding? The best time to start breastfeeding is 45 minutes to 2 hours after delivery. The baby is more alert at this time and can learn how to be fed skin to skin immediately. The suckling reflexes increases over minutes after being born and will successfully increase over time. There are many positions to breastfeeding, but some work better than others. The cradle hold is considered the best position because both mother and child are on their tummies facing each other with the breast in the best position available for the baby. The other positions consist of the football hold and side lying position. Benefits of breastfeeding for the baby consist of antibodies are passed down from the mother's milk with greater resistance to infections like respiratory viruses. The breast milk does not upset the baby's stomach as much or often, less constipation or diarrhea, less likely to develop allergies, less likely to develop ear infections, diabetes, Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, childhood diseases such as lymphomas. It can help develop oral muscles and facial bones, and is reducing the risk of child obesity. There are also benefits for the mother as well. A lot of people do it because of it's economical, free, causes contractions of the uterus back to pre-pregnancy size. It's convenient because you don't have to wash or prepare the bottles. It helps you lose weight if you feed until they're 6 months old to a year. It delays the start of menstruation. It triggers a certain hormone called prolactin, which is called the mothering hormone. Gives you more of a type of nurturing way, I guess. Reduces the risk of breast and ovarian cancer, and your babies are safe less often and you won't miss as much work. In conclusion, breast milk is the most essential way to give your child the proper way of life. It can give you the opportunity to give your child the guidelines of having a happy and healthy lifestyle as well. I feel that I I have given you the proper techniques and ideas of why you should have your baby breastfed rather than bottle fed.
All right, Steve.
Alright, I love the topic. I'm going to consider breastfeeding now when I have a child. The topic caught my attention because it has like my two favorite things, breast and eating. It was very informative. I learned a lot about the benefits of breastfeeding. It was very informative. Good vocals, eye contact was okay. She didn't read off the paper as much as I did, so that was good. I learned a lot. I did not know the nipple was called the areola. The only thing was she was moving her feet around like Shelby, and her hand was in the pocket for like a short time. It was a good speech though.
Did you just say that so you could take a shot at Shelby? Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. The audience survey is an attention device. I'm so unenthusiastic about it, and especially when it gets done so much. I think it could be a little bit more original there. The topic, I think, is pretty clear. You've got a good thesis. The transition to the topic was a little awkward, and there was a pretty good preview. So the structure sounds like it's going to be fine. Excuse me. Early on, when you're defining things and you're describing some of the technical stuff there's a little bit of supporting material. But when you get to the part where there's supposed to be all these benefits from the breast milk, I didn't hear any source citations. I didn't hear any proof. I just got a lot of claims being made here, and I think that that's substantially underdeveloped. Part of the problem here is that I think we've got an informative speech that's masquerading as a persuasive speech. There are persuasive issues here, but they're not being developed very much. For instance, I have no idea how infrequent breastfeeding is. If everybody is doing it, why is it a persuasive speech? If nobody's doing it, then you clearly need to convince people to do this. If everybody's doing it in that essential first 6 months, then there's not really any problem. And it seems to me like there's not a lot of controversy being developed here. You've just given us an outline of what the supposed benefits of breastfeeding are, and like I said, one of the things that's missing is the support for all those benefits. I got a long list of benefits in that third point, but I didn't hear much proof on those particular points. I'm going to have to disagree with Steve on a couple of things. I didn't think your eye contact was very good at all. I thought that you did a lot of reading, and at this point in the term, that's really problematic. And I thought, I will agree with him, though, about your legs being crossed, your hands in the pockets. You look very anxious and uncomfortable when you're up there. And you're not really talking to the audience. You're just standing in front of the audience reading to us. And I think that that misses the point of trying to give a speech. So you still need to work on those skills. All right, thank you.